Let's go to our next game.
Yeah.
This one's called Red Flags. So now we'll give you 3 hypothetical situations. In each situation,
Red flags, my favorite.
there are 2 things that are going well and one that is the red flag.
Okay, perfect.
Right? We'll of course let you refer to it after I've said it. But you have to choose which of these 3 situations you'd rather be in.
Okay, done.
So situation 1 is Byooooob is simultaneously working with over 50 clients. Your revenues have doubled in the last year, but your last 3 clients have been unhappy with their outcome. Situation 2 is Byooooob has over 300 available freelancers in its roster. A network agency has shown interest in acquiring you, but you are personally cancelled on social media because of your last post. And situation 3 is Byooooob has got retainers with global MNCs. Your broadcast channel is becoming a revenue stream of its own, but your cash flow has never been in a worse position. So these are your situations. You have to choose which of these 3 you'd rather be in and why.
I'll pick situation 1.
Tell us
any
why.
day. So in this situation, we are working with over 50 clients. Great. Revenues have doubled. Great. Money. Love it. Last 3 clients have been unhappy with their outcome. That's an easy solve, right?
Okay.
Like if you're unhappy with the outcome, it means I can get on a call with this client and understand where are you unhappy? What can we do to solve this? And I can solve it. It's not a permanent situation to be unhappy. Right? Like it's basically that. So I'm like, there's a loophole in that red flag. It is probably a pink flag. Like basically solvable ho sakta hai, right? Like
No, I think it's not. I don't think it's a loophole. What you're saying is, see, for example, there are people out there, let's say if you're a product,
yeah.
right? You're delivering mics. Now your last 3 mics that you delivered were
the
shitty.
user testimonial is...
Now you can't call up those users and be no. It's a much tougher thing to do.
Yeah.
So in your business only is different. So that's interesting.
Yeah, and it's also like you can approach them. A lot of people might just stop being like, okay, fine, they're not happy with my service. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But you're going back to them trying to fix the situation. So that also has like
Also the second green flag, right? Like or the first green flag where my revenue has sort of doubled. So let's just... I mean, if you have money, you can throw money at a problem. If I can hire a better developer, let's say the outcome was a shitty website, I can hire a better developer because I have the money.
Yeah.
So it's a less headache to take when you have the money to sleep on, baby.
Oh my god. But like it's also like, okay, if your revenue double, that means like the remaining clients are definitely happy with you.
Someone's happy. Fuck those 3 clients.
This is why situation 2's red flag came into being. I feel like at some point you have the ability to get cancelled on social media.
That was also not too bad, right? Like if you're cancelled and if you're like, it's not redeemable and someone's buying you out, I'm like, le lo yaar. Rid me of my misery. Like, give me the cash. I'll start something else or go to Bhutan. Just be a monas. Just be a monk. I don't know. You can just start life again. Get a new passport. Just fuck off.
Get a new passport.
So there's this inner scammy person inside me and my co-founders, right? And this is great for business that we are saying it out loud. So there's this fantasy that every project that we do, you know how you take a 50% advance or something, right? Like an advance, and 50% advance is normally not refundable. Like what if someone has an agency model which is just based around the 50% advance ki advance lo fir cut lo, because refund nahi dena hai. You don't have to give the balance because you're not even fulfilling the project. Just do a project to the extent that the client thinks that they worked on it, but you don't want to finish it. The client will not approve it or not accept it, and that's fine because your business model is 50% advance. You don't want the balance and you can just cut off. I mean, that was like ye agency ban sakta hai, and we were like, acha yahi to hai India ka agency model. It's great, dude. I love the idea that every new payment or project that comes in, we are like, acha isko block kar dete, abhi chal jata hai bhai Bangladesh. These wild fantasies. Let's just start another studio called Byooooob.
If you disappear, we know you're in the neighboring countries.
Yeah. Not too far. Not going to Europe, dude. Like 50,000, 70,000 flight mein kharcha karke. Kya point?
Correct.
Yeah. Sure. And I mean, it's interesting that you don't find, a lot of people also find a larger network acquiring you would be a red flag. But for you, it is a green flag. So that's also...
Yeah, it also means that someone else likes your work, right? Like, we had a big agency trying to buy stakes in Double Clap when we were there. can't really name them because they're kind of popular. All of that. I don't know if he'll be okay with this, but oh, shit, if I wish I could. Like, but yeah, that
You
was
can say it and we'll bleep it out.
yeah, it rhymes with hebang.
That was my guess, to be fair, but like, yeah.
So yeah, it was a part of those things, right? But again, the idea then, the intention behind not acquiring, but a part of our stake was they wanted to build a network of agencies where this agency does great design. They'll invest in another company that does great web dev. So they wanted to build like a network of agencies that they can reach out to for their projects. And we were like, that means that our work is getting noticed and someone's feeling that it's worth an X amount to pay for it, right? Like that's pretty much. Otherwise, freelancing or agency business, it's not something that you normally would invest in because it's not scalable. It's not a product.
It's also a very network game.
Yeah, and it's also very like personal centered. If I die, the business is dead. For example, right? Like if my partner leaves the business or the studio, then the design line is done. So I mean, it's very shady that way. Why would you invest in us? But thank you for the money.
Yeah, just take it when you get it. Like, why are you questioning?